was so nervous because I don't really talk to people. I'm a very shy, inward person. So in groups, I generally go back into myself. You know, I don't talk to anyone and things. So I was really nervous about even if I was going to make any friends or anything.
I was just sitting in the house every day. Every day sitting in the house doing nothing. Always out in the streets drinking.
Before I was doing the programme, went through several things, came out of school and sort of hit the crossroads, you know, didn't know what to do. Went to tag, hated it, dropped out, tried to get a job, hated the job.
I used to put myself down all the time, telling myself that I wasn't really good at anything. I've been on multiple courses and I've dropped out because I didn't think I was really good at it, or I wasn't really getting on with the teacher or the tutor that was it was taking me with, and I was deadly for putting myself down.
Didn't really do very much. Like, I moved into my own wee house and been trying to decorate it or get it decorated and running about after the dog, and you know, just typical day-to-day housework. And that's even if I could pull myself off the sofa to do housework, like if I was having a real bad day.
Just leaving tag when I didn't have anything to do. I didn't want to just be sitting on my arse and doing fuck all, not doing anything with my life.
Not having the qualifications to go out and get a job, I tried, but it was as if it was never good enough.
I was going to be sitting on the bridge doing nothing.
Looking for ways to keep myself busy every week until I find a new job. I really do need more of it.
The young people were shy and nervous, and I suppose they weren't really sure what to expect.
Well, this project was totally youth-led in its design. We really embraced that concept and we focused on the process, giving young people the capacity and empowering them to lead other young people in their communities to affect change.
We would have seen probably extreme views sometimes in relation to, I suppose, discrimination or sectarianism and racism.
In the design of this programme, we set out to do something really different. We wanted to create meaningful, life-changing experiences for young people, and particularly those young people who ordinarily might not get a chance to participate in programmes like this.
So the programme was devised to bring 12 young people from Newtownabbey and Antrim, and just from the age of 18 to 25 who weren't in education or training, and to work on diversity and at the end result try and get them a job.
We'll cover personal social development, community relations, citizenship and employability. So that's done 3 days a week through experiential learning and facilitation in a room with them.
Started this year in August 2015 and they'll run until March 2016.
It's about building up your own life and making new relationships, and obviously learning about discrimination and stuff, and then helping yourself progress on, like with employability, help yourself get a job and stuff. We're going to be moving on to employability and
get to meet new people, decent people, so I have good friends.
There's been a whole load of different workshops from LGBT spokespeople coming in, or they've been going out and doing out and about days like the Titanic Museum.
We've been doing things to help build your confidence and break out of your comfort zones, like the Belfast Activity Centre, which is Harrods and climbing and scary things.
It was about coming together as different communities and backgrounds and working together and learning new things and going different places and seeing what you want to do and seeing if you've worked the way forward for you and just learning about different backgrounds.
We were focusing mainly on team building skills, participation in different activities and also residentials.
What I hope to get out is confidence. I want to make new friends.
Well, for this programme, I would like to get a lot of skills, a lot of knowledge, especially around my community, my culture, different cultures.
New friendships, more confidence in myself, maybe a plan for the future, know what to do.
Probably more confidence and more new experiences.
Well, what I hope to get out of it is a better understanding of people's culture.
I kind of hope to get out more confidence.
Germany was probably the best week of my life, personally and professionally. It was absolutely amazing.
Went to Hamburg and Berlin.
There were some days where I had to be with the group on my own, so I think I got a real sense of responsibility.
I loved it, every minute of it. and learned so many new things.
It was unbelievable, it really was. The stuff we did was brilliant.
I think the whole week was just great.
We arrived in the middle of all the refugees at a train station, and it was one of those unique moments where you weren't expecting it to happen, and then suddenly there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people who are all at different tents to try and get food, shelter, somewhere to sleep that night. Maybe some of them need some medicinal purposes, whatever it was. And then there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of other people standing there. So I deliberately walked them towards that and put them in the middle of that sort of situation as they were walking by. And you could definitely see an uneasiness with them. They were uncomfortable with what was going on, but it was right there and then they were in the middle of something that was, I suppose, a global incident that was taking place. And when we talked about it afterwards, we asked the question, how did you feel there? I was like, that was unbelievable. I can't believe that these people are sitting on the ground, surrounded by children, families, no food, freezing, cold, and they don't know what's ahead of them. Now when we take that a step back to where their attitudes were at the start of the programme, listening to those people, they're very much, they shouldn't be in our country, keep them away from our country, they're only coming here to take our jobs, for example, blah, blah, blah. And that's based on a lack of understanding or a lack of knowing. I suppose it's about fear too, or like xenophobia, the fear of the unknown. But suddenly to be cast in that as a life situation for yourself, to see that, you could see empathy with them. You could see that they were connecting with those people. You could see the humanity coming through in the young people that we were working with. And it was one of those moments that you never get back, but it sticks with you. You know, and I've talked to them about it again, going, you know, how did that make you feel? And it was like, oh, I'm so lucky. And we don't know what these people face, you know, we don't know. And yes, of course, you should be given opportunities like anybody else. So that's an example of how you can see attitudes shifting.
Poland, everything about Poland was exciting for me because I've never left Northern Ireland at all to be in a different country. It was just an absolute fantastic experience. Because I'm saying it's the first time I've actually left my country, so it's actually given me the opportunity to meet people from different community and different backgrounds and stuff.
Poland, it was the group work. We done loads of group activities together. It was the two groups coming together was amazing.
I was mostly excited to get away with a new group and get to know each other a lot better. Stay with people for 6 days, like that's a lot of bonding time, and I really enjoyed like the wee mini conversations I had with different people like during the day. I really allowed myself to get to know people.
Poland was amazing. Seeing Auschwitz was probably a massive thing that I really enjoyed, basically because it was so moving.
Well, I love history, so I'd say my favourite part about Poland was learning about Auschwitz and the history of it.
I experienced a new currency for one, a new culture, a new people.
I've never been myself before. I was always very interested to go to Auschwitz and stuff, so obviously that was very important. Not like that's going to stick out for me for a long time.
The training that they've took part in has impacted their life and their attitudes, and I think that filters out into their family and their community.
I used to go with what my family and all says about Protestant and Catholics and how they didn't like them and blah blah blah, so me personally it's changed big time.
I've grew as a person as well, like I'm able to speak more to people, interact with people, regardless of where they're from.
I would say the biggest change would be my confidence. So it will be because before the course I was feeling low, and now coming to the end of the course I'm feeling really high, and I can go back into work and on, back into other courses and meet people and get to talk to them again. Whereas I sort of started to shy away from that because my confidence was getting low.
I'm a lot more courteous sort of thing, a lot more polite to people, don't really always think before speak now, don't always just blurt things out and stuff.
Before I wouldn't say I'd be racist or anything, but I would have like quite an opinionated view on different minorities and stuff at the time, and I having a better understanding and stuff of it, it's helped me have a better outlook and stuff and not be discriminated.
I just feel more confident in myself and able to speak to people, and I would love to go on and pursue youth work as I've really got into it, and I love working with young people as well.
EFC has allowed me to create new friendships and allowed me to explore new cultures in my community, and EFC really has been amazing and emotional trip.
I've also made a lot of new friends, people from different backgrounds. It's made me a lot more open. Seeing the journeys of the young people has been really inspirational.
In terms of the young people's attitudes changing towards discrimination. I can notice it massively on a daily basis, right from maybe some of the attitudes that we'd have had.
I've definitely seen myself come a lot more confident and talking to other people, and the opportunities that the group has gave me, like talking in Stormont and giving speeches and stuff, it's really opened up my confidence in talking to other people. I really noticed that in myself big time.
Every single young person's journey is going to be different, but what we would be hoping is that they come out with confidence, increased confidence.
I feel myself more able to listen to people, like connecting with people more. I've obviously learned a lot more about myself, and just I was very, very quick to prejudge people. I'm not like that anymore, not at all.
Seeing the two groups come together for the first time.
I've seen big changes. It was even before I came on the programme. My confidence was knocked big time. I really got my confidence back. Had a really bad stutter. I can talk fluently now without any problems.
I've really seen a big difference in my confidence.
Everything has changed from this programme. I've seen a massive change in myself. It's opened my mind to what's outside my wee small town.
I wouldn't be the same person as who I am without it. It's definitely changed a lot about myself and how I view others, and definitely changed my mindset towards a lot of things.
I've gained more confidence over 7 days. That's big achievement for me.
I'm delighted to say that this programme has achieved over and above what we had expected.
They're going to be moving on to other things. It's something we were conscious of when we started this programme, is that we didn't take them, I suppose, up to the edge of the cliff and then they fell off. But there was nothing for them after the end of the programme, but we have other things in place now and successfully signposted them on the other things, and some of them have actually moved into employment as well.
The big feedback that we get is that this really was a life-changing experience for young people.
Each young person has very different aspirations and have came along a very different journey. But I suppose for me as a worker, I want the young people to be in something that they want to be in, whether that's employment, whether that's education. But I don't want them forgetting or losing sight of how far they have came. So I would like to see them back in either training programme or working full time, or back in education, or some of them are talking about going back to university.
I've sort of realised that I can achieve what I want to achieve enough instead of going along with it.
Something that we wanted to do was to try and capture some of the stories of the participants. So we've produced a booklet, a pamphlet. Within the pamphlet, it sort of gives the 6 stories of some of the participants, how they got involved in the programme, what they were doing before they got involved in the programme, and then their experiences of becoming involved in the programme. So this pamphlet tells their story. It gives an overview of what United Youth is, and then an overview of the United for Change programme, which the Northern Ireland Youth Forum ran. So I think it's an invaluable tool because it gives you some of those stories, it gives you some of those journeys, and it shows you, the distance travelled by the young people and where they're at and where they're moving on to.
In this programme now, it's made me realise that I wanna, I've done my levels and stuff, but I wanna move on to say youth work or something now that I've done this.
So overall, we think that our United for Change programme has been a brilliant success, and I think programmes like this should definitely be continued to fund in the future. And it's so important that young people who are facing barriers to education and employment and training are given opportunities to take part in programmes like this, so they can get that sense of direction, or that sense of purpose. Sometimes people get a bit lost on their journey, and I think clearly you can see in our programme that a lot of people now have direction, a sense of purpose again, where they're going. So overall, we're absolutely delighted with the programme, and a big congratulations to the young people who took part in that programme, because we're all stars, and also the staff team who worked in that programme and worked so hard, and that relentless youth work approach, they all applied it. They went very hard in that extra mile, so they're all credit to themselves.
All the young people's self-confidence and self-esteem has really, really increased. For me, their personal journeys is massive, and the young people have, I suppose, a clear direction of where they want to go after this programme. A lot of barriers have been broken down, especially with the university partnership in our programme. A lot of the young people that we work with haven't any qualifications, and going to university was a complete foreign concept. So for me as a worker to actually see those barriers broken down and young people experiencing that was massive.
I also know what I want to do, and I know I want to go into youth work, so I've found something that I'm really passionate about, and I've seen myself get involved in my own community as well.
Before the programme I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do, where now I'm looking more into the world of youth work. I'm more interested in it, and I find it a wee bit more appealing. And from there, I just want to see how it goes.
Change to see myself would be of being far less discriminated against people that aren't the same religion as me, maybe different race than me.
Before I started, sort of felt like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life or anything like that there, and then sort of throughout the programme, sort of think like, actually, know more what I'm going to do and sort of feel better about myself.
I just loved every single bit of it, just being away with people I get on with and learning new things and getting more into youth work as well, talking about it a lot and what's the next step after this programme, so I really enjoyed it.
For me, it has changed my life and like, made me a happier person for it.
I'm glad to find me, otherwise I wouldn't be myself now.
Wait for me to come home.